In this episode of the podcast, we'll talk about the three different parts of a CSS. So first and foremost, let's take a look over here on page 112 of your book. There are essentially, like I said, three parts to a CSS, and those three parts are really broken up into two. There's the rule selector, and then there's the rule declaration. So let's look at figure 4.3 and see the different pieces here. First and foremost is the selector. The selector is the portion of a style, or rather the portion of your HTML page that we're looking to add style to. So what could that be? That could be the body, that could be in H1, in H2, that could be a paragraph, it could be any particular element it is in the HTML that you want to stylize. So the first thing to know here is we have a selector. The second part to consider is the CSS rule declaration. Really, we just call that the declaration portion. Really, the declaration is comprised of two smaller pieces. Here again, if you look at 4.3, that is the property and the value. We're going to talk about how all of this has to be actually represented in the code in just a minute. But for right now, the property is what you're aiming to change. If you are aiming to change the color, the font face, the font weight, the font size, those are properties. The value is what you want to change it to. So if you need bold, if you need underlined, if you need blue, if you need a hexadecimal color, etc., those are your values. So those three pieces are the selector, so that's what you're aiming to apply a rule to. There's the property, that's exactly what you want to change, and the value, exactly what you want to change it to.